What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Bullets, Barbells, and Barbecue podcast. I'm your host, Brett. I got Chris, the artist formerly known as Heavy C, is unfrozen now.
I made it.
I got multiple injuries, Matt. Tanner the head is not here, so there's less atmospheric pressure.
Yeah.
We got our show partners, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at elitenutritionomaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off, or go to the store in Omaha or Lincoln, yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
We also have Rosewood Block. They make the best cutting boards in barbecue. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there as well. And the other one we always leave out is the Mecca, the Omaha Barbell. I mean, we record here. And if you've never been here, it is the Mecca for strength sports.
Yeah, I guess you probably should work that in there.
Yeah. You know, that's for our non-Omaha listeners.
Get some holiday swag.
We do have some holiday Santa shirts.
Yep.
But, yeah, we don't have a discount code, so.
No discount code.
No.
Buy 1 month, get next month at full price.
Yeah, if you want a discount, go to a shitty $15 a month gym that doesn't care about its people. I was just talking to somebody this morning that were like, I was trying to just like cancel my membership or was trying to change their membership at Planet Fitness. And they're like, no one calls me back. And I was like, that's the point. Because they don't care if you're there.
No, 100%. They just want to collect your money.
Yeah, they don't care if you're there. They don't want you to be there. They make it impossible. So that's why I don't charge $15 a month. Because the people that come for $15 a month, most of them probably don't care about any of the equipment or the people or anything, and they probably will shit on the floor at some point.
You got the Cox Cable business mentality at Planet Fitness.
Oh, that gets me riled up when I think about Cox Cable. So,
Like hot and bothered in a good way.
No, I got a headache last time I yelled at that guy at Cox. So, but yeah,
I've never. That's another thing for the dozens of listeners out there. Has anybody had a good experience or have anything good to say about Cox Cable
or internet?
I liked Cox Cable at my old house. I had no problems with them.
No, but just like their billing, like they're constantly rate raises, and then you call them and you try, and they're just like, "Well, you're locked into a contract, so go fuck yourself."
But you didn't know you were locked into a contract because you.
I don't know. I don't remember.
And I think it's more that might be more corporate end of it too.
True.
Like ours, it just auto renews. And I called that guy, and he was like, "Yeah, you said you in 2015 you agreed to auto renew every year for the rest of your life." I was like, "Great, so we're gonna fix that problem."
I'm really happy with space internet.
Oh yeah, you got the old
Starlink.
You got the old Elon Musk internet.
Yeah. So we lost power the other day. I don't know. Something blew up in Ponca, but we lost power for 10 hours. Fucking pulled the generator out, hooked it up. Internet, everything.
That's nice. Yeah, we have the old Verizon, so it works. Yeah, boom. As soon as the power's on, the interwebs is on.
Yep. Yeah, but like I kept getting text messages from CenturyLink. They're like, "Hey, sorry," because I haven't canceled CenturyLink just yet because I wanted to like run through some bad weather with the space internet because we have like it's the cheapest option that CenturyLink offers, but they don't offer it anymore to new customers because like when we were out there, we got locked in with it because they gave us a better rate because their website said that, oh, you can get 80 bits download, whatever it was. And the highest we ever got was like 17 and stuff. So they gave us some like old antiquated dirt plan because they couldn't give us anything better. So I haven't canceled it yet, but I will.
But now, how's that? But you haven't obviously had any snow. See if it messes up your interwebs.
We got a little bit of that snow when it happened, but nothing like no heavy snow.
Did you spray it with Pam?
I've not sprayed Pam.
That used to be the old trick on your satellite dish. If you'd spray it with Pam, the snow wouldn't stick to it. So if you have a satellite dish out there, spray it with some Pam.
How big is this thing?
No, a little bit bigger than the cutting board.
And is it on top of your house or was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you'd have to climb up there to.
Yeah. I think the hardest part about the installation is finding a solid member underneath to like anchor the mount to.
And doesn't it auto move?
So the generation before the one that I got had that, but they went away from it, and I'm assuming because like the motor would seize up or something happened to it,
or it got frozen and this keeps trying to
frozen
move
up or something. Yeah. Something happened because like to me that sounds great. Like you just get up there, you hit a button, and it automatically adjusts. This one to get it, you just stand on the roof with your phone, and it's like, hey, image the sky, and so like it shows you where to go, and you just like spin in a circle to get like a clear view, and as long as you have more than I don't know, like 80% or something unobstructed view of the sky, it's like, yep, cool, put it there, and then it'll tell you like how to angle it. So when you set up the satellite, it'll get a signal and then say, hey, better align your satellite tip it like this, and it'll just show you on your phone, and like you can adjust your phone to the right angle, and then you just turn the satellite to match that,
wow.
and it's like, yep, you're good and stuff. And then I just ran. We had a old vent pipe that went down all the way down to the basement for the old gas water heater, and so I just fucking ran the cord down there. So it's one cord, which is better, which is an improvement. So it has the internet cord and the power cord for the dish are the same cord. So you just run one cord down.
It splits at the bottom.
Yep, and you just run down, hook it up to your modem, and then your modem plugs into the power unit. And the modems now, the new modems that part of this one have Ethernet ports, so you can hook it up to like a mesh system.
Well, that's just neater than a skeeter, Peter.
So yeah, so we are using our existing mesh system and hooked it up to that and get like 200 megabits download.
That's kind of what I get with Verizon, yeah.
Yeah, so it's cranking along. But yeah, the best part was like we lost power, turned that bitch on, we got internet and everything back when we got the generator running. Super hyped with the generator too. It took me 8 minutes to pull out the tractor, pull out the 4-wheeler, get the generator out, fire it up, get everything hooked up and running.
That's just, you're running your whole operation off of one generator now?
Yep. Yep. And the plan is to put a 50 amp circuit rather than the 30 amp. And with a 50 amp, we can run everything, no problem.
And that generator will run all of it?
That generator will run everything, including our electric water heater and our air conditioner.
What'd you pay for that thing?
$3,000 to $4,000. I don't remember exactly. Somewhere around there. But it's a 15 kilowatt generator.
How much gas is it firing through?
I don't know. We haven't run it for an extended period of time. It has a 13-gallon tank, so it'll go through quick. But it's also a tri-fuel, so it'll run gas, propane, or natural gas.
So you can hook it into your propane?
Yep. So we have the gas line that goes into our house is on the back under our deck, and I'm just gonna have a quick connect nipple hooked on there, and then get probably 30 feet of hose that I can hook it up to the propane, because I don't want the generator plugged in right there because it's like right underneath our bedroom window. It'll just be super fucking loud. So either have it hooked up there or get really creative and put it on the back side of our detached garage. And then I can, because there is a propane line back there, but then to do that, I have to reroute the circuit and put an outlet back there. But right now it's nice. I just pull it out, set it on the gravel and turn it on. It works great. Highly, highly recommend. Duramax was the brand of the generator. Duramax. Which I thought like Duramax, like engines, but no, different company.
Condoms?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
They do make condoms for your generator.
That's probably a good idea, actually. Safety.
Yep, they have the all-weather thing, which is like a really stupid-looking umbrella that has a magnet that connects to the top of the fuel tank and just sits on top of it. I mean, if you're in like heavy rain, I guess I could see you using
what if
that.
it's windy?
It's a good magnet.
Yeah, I bet. All weather my ass.
Most weather.
Yeah.
Most weather.
That wind we had here a couple days ago was,
And my carport. I thought for sure I was going to lose panels on that carport.
dude, it was so windy.
It was bad.
It moved the flat rock across the deck, and it was like I have a big propane tank. I think I have a 20-gallon propane tank hooked to it. It was dragging all of it.
I don't know how, even when we had those bad windstorms in the spring, none of my things moved. Flat rock, none of it. A couple cushions blew off my furniture. And I'm talking that bad windstorm we had too.
Oh,
But I went home the other day.
Yeah, that's weird. My fence was falling over in that one in the spring. Never moved the flat rock. This one, the fence isn't falling over, but the flat rock's sliding across the deck.
Yeah, I just
don't
had
know.
the cover came off my little Traeger and my green egg.
Yeah, I don't know how the wind blows some of the covers off.
And my green egg one is the one where you can tighten the Velcro.
Yep.
No idea. I don't know. But anyway, this is our Christmas episode.
Yep.
You can tell by these fancy red and green lights we got going.
True. And we got a
Good
clicker.
job, Matt. But before we were talking about the best Christmas movie and what is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Whatever you want it to be. Christmas means different things to different people.
Does it?
I think so.
I don't know that it does.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. But I
The
think
worst Christmas argument, is that when people say it's a pagan holiday. Because it's a pagan holiday based off of or symbolizing the birth of Jesus. So if you're an atheist and celebrate Christmas, does that really make sense? 'Cause it's still based off of that.
That's why I think Christmas means different things to different people.
Well,
'Cause, like Christmas is just a time to like spend time with family. Like
I'll put it this way: if I had a major corporation, I owned like a Walmart, and I was gonna be open on Christmas Day, and I heard somebody tell me they're an atheist, that's the first person that's working that day. They're like, it's Christmas. I'm like, I don't know. I just heard you fucking say you're an atheist, so it doesn't really seem to matter.
it's just
to me-
it's just another day to you.
To me, it's no different than I don't like celebrate a Jewish holiday. I'm not Jewish. I mean, they're
I
like,
bet you would take the day off if there was if you were Jewish and Christmas came around, like you would take the day off. They wouldn't be like, hey, you guys can have the day off. No, I'm going to work because it doesn't mean anything to me.
well, no, I mean, if they were closed, but if they were like, hey, like,
somebody's got to work.
yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be you.
I
guess.
mean, you're kind of like, you want to like sit here and be like, I'm an atheist and Christmas, Jesus isn't real, or as you like to say, imaginary friends, whatever Matt and Drew like to say. But you take like, you still observe the holiday.
But I mean, it would.
I mean, it's kind of like people who hate America, but you celebrate the 4th of July.
You're just taking the day off. You're not necessarily celebrating Christmas. Like, hey, we get a day off. Cool.
I mean, Drew has a lot of Christmas trees up in his house.
He doesn't. Stacy does.
Yeah. Do you have a Christmas tree?
Aaron does. Yes, we have 2, I think.
So you have 2.
Aaron does.
Yeah, I wouldn't put them up.
You have one more than I do. So, I mean, that's pretty Christmassy for
Say holiday tree.
what holiday? What holiday are you celebrating?
All of them.
Just,
I
so
think
happens to be on the same time.
But it
that
goes along the
everybody's
same thing.
celebrating
Like you can if someone sneezes, like the common thing you can say, "God bless you." Like that's just a thing.
Christmas. No one
to say like
I always say bless.
you say bless
Nobody
you, right?
says
But
God
the
bless.
intention is God bless you. Like that's the thing behind the bless you, right? It's a shortened thing.
I mean, yeah, it probably is. But I think it's so
bet.
if you explode during that sneeze, hopefully you.
Yeah, I mean that
I
was the
guess
whole
then
thing. It
you
was
should
like,
say gesundheit, right?
well, for a while there, I would say good health, and then I was like, that's stupid. Like you can use some of these common phrases.
Who was that comedian that when somebody sneezed and he's like, nothing happens to you when you die? He's like some atheist sneezed and he goes, nothing happens to you when you die. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean,
We started talking about movies and we switched off here.
well, I know because he's talking about it, but I don't. I always laugh at that one. Like, oh, I'm an atheist, but you celebrate Christmas. You have
But
a
you're not
tree up.
celebrating. You're not really celebrating Christmas. You're just taking the day off. Like I don't. We
If
don't.
you
do you
give
exchange
or
gifts?
exchange gifts, you are celebrating Christmas. That is the
I don't do gifts on Christmas.
don't give
you've
anybody
accepted
gifts.
gifts at Christmas.
Yeah, because you're celebrating Christmas.
Fuck out of here.
Just like I don't really care about birthdays, but like Aaron will still do something for the birthday. But like if it was me, I'm like,
But don't you
fine.
find it to be the same as someone who says they hate America but celebrates the 4th of July?
I mean, that would be like saying I hate Christmas and I hate Christianity, and then celebrate and then do something for the day. Like
I know, but I'm sure you're going to go somewhere to celebrate Christmas. You're going to go to a family event. You're going to go.
we'll be at home, just me and Aaron this year.
No Christmas celebrations this year. You're not going to see any family in the next like week.
We'll see my parents on the 30th. That's because we do like a bi-weekly dinner with them, and so it falls in that time frame.
You're not
But-
seeing Aaron's family. For
We'll see
Christmas?
them. Yeah.
For Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see them. You're not celebrating the holiday. Like we're not saying, "Hey, thanks to Christmas for this and thanks to Jesus for this." It's an opportunity to spend time with family. But again, like you're not celebrating the holiday.
Are you having a special meal for it?
I mean, for me, it's nothing more than I would normally make because I make all the stuff. Like I make prime rib all the time.
Are her parents gonna have a Christmas tree up?
Maybe.
Are they gonna say-
actually, they don't have one up.
Are they gonna say Merry Christmas when you get there?
I don't know. I don't know if they will.
Matt's being interrogated. Listen, I think Matt's point is null and void because they have 2 Christmas trees. Moving on. So, so if a movie is around Christmas and there are Christmas decorations in the movie on the set, I think that makes it a Christmas movie.
That's your gold standard for
Fair
a
enough.
Christmas movie.
If there's any Christmas related themes in the movie,
It's a Christmas movie.
it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well,
that's-
why not?
That's a standard, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What, you disagree?
Well, I just said that's your standard. That's what you're going.
Well,
with.
but you
I-
disagree.
I'm all right with that. I can get behind.
I don't know. I don't even know what movies have just like that aren't necessarily Christmas themed, but have Christmas.
We talked
stuff.
about this before the podcast. First Blood is during Christmas, and
I know,
there's
but-
Christmas decorations, so that's a Christmas.
I know,
movie.
but
So
like
is
even like
Gremlins.
yes,
But even like Die
Gremlins
Hard,
also.
they're like a Christmas party on Die
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah,
Well,
because it has Christmas theme.
there's
in it.
even more argument then for Die Hard to be a Christmas.
Well, I don't know why people argue that Die Hard isn't. First of all, it's in the winter. They're at a Christmas party. It's snowing.
It's not snowing. They're in California.
Doesn't it snow? I thought it snowed.
That's in the second one.
Oh,
They're in
okay.
DC.
Yeah, when they're at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but they're at a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like arguing your point. I'm just saying that I don't know. I don't know what all Christmas because there could be a ton of movies that have Christmas
I mean,
decorations.
Santa doesn't have to be in it for it to be a Christmas movie.
No.
Yeah. So
But if you have mistletoe, any kind of decorations,
Yeah.
fucking Christmas movie.
Because
Get behind that.
yeah.
Yeah.
See?
yeah, I think there's plenty of Christmas movies that don't have Santa in them.
That are actual Christmas movies.
Well, look at every Hallmark movie. Most of those don't have Santa in them.
Those movies fucking suck. We're not even talking.
Well,
I can't believe
'cause-
we're talking about that.
Well, it's because they all have the same. There's only like 3 different fucking Hallmark movies. Like,
Yeah, the same movie, different actors, same shitty premise.
oh my God,
Yeah.
we have to be back for Christmas, and we used to love each other. He got married. He's divorced.
Mom died. Dad's still
Have
there
you
and he's
seen the-
miserable.
We're saving the family store.
Yeah.
There's some video Aaron showed me that was pretty funny of like a guy trying to give a pitch for a Hallmark movie. And it's like the most obscene thing. And he talks about, so like the gal, like there's always like the damsel in distress aspect to it. And so like she shows up at this guy's farm and he's there all alone and she's all alone and he like invites her inside for something. And they're like, oh, that's kind of weird. And the guy's like, oh, no, he's 6'3". And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine then. And then it's fine for him to come in because like in all the Hallmark movies, he's always like tall, has a dog, right? Lives by himself or was widowed or something,
Wearing like a turtleneck.
wearing a dickie.
or they're super wealthy. They come back to their hometown for the holiday, and then the girl's like going to lose the family business, and he helps save the family business.
That's what this one was. He was going to lose his farm because the pie making company was going to buy his land.
And then she comes over, he gives her a good wienering, and then they save it.
Yeah, they saved it because they ended up entering the local town pie competition, and they beat PieBot. And
They leave the wienering out in the Hallmark movies, though.
I mean, they don't really.
I guess it's just implied.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
A good,
I'm gonna
Rogering.
stay overnight at Billy's house.
There was one Aaron watches. this
We made
show.
cookies and fell asleep.
What's it? Wind Calls the Heart, I think, is the one Aaron watches. There's
Oh,
like
man.
fucking 11
You know the
seasons
fucking
of it.
Name of it? Wind Calls the Heart.
Yeah, I don't. Heart calls the wind. Wind calls. Yeah. So, Aaron made a point to say that for the first 2 seasons there was no kissing. Nobody kissed anybody. There
Good,
was
good
no,
Christian folk.
No implied fingering. No nothing.
Fingering.
Yeah.
And it's so it happens roughly around
Soaking?
We'll call it like late 1800s. And so as we're like, I'm just finally catching up and watching 1883. And so you watch 1883, which is very like dirty and gritty and probably
What,
a
it
little
was
more
probably
realistic.
real life-
Yeah.
really
and then you
life,
have this
yeah.
show where like everything is like super crisp and clean. They have like really nice crushed rock roads in their little Canadian outback town. It's
Well, it's
probably
Canadian.
accurate because it's Canada, right? Yeah.
All I can think about when I watch older movies like that is like, man, I bet everybody stank.
They just,
Well, dude, how about 1883, where her and that dude are like knocking it out, and you're like, oh, dude, they've been
man.
on the Oregon Trail for like days.
so much grit getting smashed in there.
If you're downwind, you're like, ugh, someone's doing some stinky fucking over there. It's
Elsa,
like-
close your legs.
Oh, God.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you probably just leave the seed in there and it just gets all moldy. And
Yeah.
Speaking of Canadian, I saw one the other day, and a guy was going around. He's like, hey, knocks on this guy's door. He's like, hey, I just want to get you signed up to vote. He's like, oh, I'm Canadian. The guy goes, oh, that's fine. If you're gay, you can still vote. The guy goes, I said I'm Canadian. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, so what do you think the best Christmas movie is, though?
Well, Die Hard is probably my favorite Christmas movie. No, it's not my favorite. I'll take that back. Die Hard's my favorite action Christmas movie, but my favorite Christmas movie is probably. I really like It's a Wonderful Life.
I honestly don't think I've ever seen It's a Wonderful Life.
You know, I just had this conversation with Mark, and he says he watched it once, but It's a Wonderful Life is a movie that you kind of enjoy when you get older. When I was younger, and my parents,
Yeah.
my grandparents would watch it, I'd be like, do we have to watch this fucking movie? But it's a story about a dude that basically sacrifices his whole life for everybody else, and then he's like losing it at the end, and he comes home and he's like kind of drunk, and the kids are being loud, and he's like, why do we gotta have so many kids? And then he goes and he's gonna like commit suicide because his life's basically over because his uncle's an idiot and lost all the money, and he's gonna go to jail. And then he's saved by an angel. So and
like
then,
show him how like if he disappeared, what life would be like.
yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like it's a little bit of a roller coaster ride of a Christmas movie because it's kind of like an up when you see about him as as a young kid, and then his life kind of starts going shittier and shittier as he's supposed to be doing all these things for himself, and he never gets to do anything for himself, and then he's just living for everybody else, and then he's going to go to jail and he hits rock bottom. And then you're down here and he's looking at over the edge of a railing on a bridge in the river in the middle of the winter and thinking about jumping, and then he gets saved by an angel.
Wow.
So it's a pretty, like I said, when you're a kid, you're watching it, you're like, can we just watch some shit about some reindeers? I mean, what are we, what are we
Can
doing
we watch
here?
the Santa Claus?
Where's the kid with the BB gun at? I mean, why are we watching this?
Dude, and that's on all day.
I
The
love
fucking
that movie.
rumpuses.
I love that movie.
No way. I mean, National Lampoon's has got to be my favorite Christmas movie.
That one is pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, Cousin Eddie really ties it together.
There's never going to be a movie that challenges Christmas Vacation. Like, it's probably the.
What I want to know is they had like
There's so many lines in that movie.
like a couple weeks ago they had all the National Lampoon's movies on. Why do they change the kids all the time?
I think it's part of the joke. Honestly, it's kind of like an inside joke.
They had the
with them.
Vegas one.
You know what?
The Vegas one's great. What's his name, Mr. Papa DiGiorgio?
Yeah. Yeah, from Yuma.
He has all those cars at the end.
Yeah. I think it's part of the inside joke of the franchise that the kids always change. That's
Yeah.
what I think anyway.
Yeah, but the ones who were in Christmas Vacation really benefited. That one probably gets the most.
well,
replay.
it's
Imagine they
what's-
probably still get to collect royalties on that.
That's what I'm saying, but it probably gets the
Play it.
most replays out of all of them.
I wonder what royalties pay out when it plays on like PBS or TBS. What is that channel?
I don't know. I saw that they said Mariah Carey makes like how many millions at Christmas time,
I gave her at least $400 the other night.
and on top of it, she gets more because like she was part of the production and some other shit with that song. But it's like millions of dollars she
The song
makes. off
came
that.
out, I think, in '94.
It's still good.
Still crushing.
I think I saw some of that kid from Willy Wonka, the old Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder. That kid Charlie in that, he only made that movie, and he gets like a $10 check every month. I guess still from
Just rolling in.
just rolling in the dough from his $10 royalty check.
What do you think's the best, Matt?
I don't know. I mean, I'd give it to Lampoon. I think that one's good. I don't really have a favorite.
The old Rudolph is pretty decent.
The older Rudolph is pretty
Yeah,
decent.
like the is that the not the
like claymation?
Yeah, is it claymation or stop motion, whatever it is.
Yeah, I moved to NBC this year. Like first time in like 50 or 75 years it was
Oh,
on
really?
NBC. Yeah. Yeah, it teaches you about struggle. Same way he ran away. It's like A Wonderful Life, but with claymation.
Yeah, kind of.
It's on the
Yeah,
island of
picked on the
misfit
weird
toys.
kid.
Yeah.
Picking on the weird kid.
Yeah, him and the kid that wants to be a dentist.
Yeah.
And the best part is they had a gay kid, and no one even thought about it then. That elf is clearly gay that wants to be a dentist.
Think so?
100%.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Way of it. But yeah, Die Hard. I'll give a Christmas movie. First Blood.
I mean, it has Christmas decorations in it.
I never
so-
paid attention to the Christmas decorations.
I'm pretty sure Lethal Weapons are on Christmas too.
At least one of them had to be. They made
Yeah.
like 5 of them.
I'm pretty sure it is around Christmas because when Gary Busey's character smashes in through the front door, he runs over the Christmas tree. I'm pretty sure in his car, and then they fight in the yard. Mel Gibson asks him if he wants a shot of the title. I think that is the first time like that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was used in an action movie that I can think of, because that's how Mel Gibson beats Gary Busey. He puts him in a triangle choke.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the guys that do the video about if Home Alone was real?
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
We do it
they
like
shoot
every
that
year.
kid.
It was like, oh,
this
hey,
fucking kid.
Hey, there's some cars here. Don't step on those. He's like, yeah, no, I saw him. And then the kid comes out and he's like, oh, the kid's in the room. He's like, yeah, I'll go take care of him. Then you hear him like shoot him a few times. All right, it's fine. We can check the rest of the house out.
We've done it a couple times with the fire department to watch one of them and then just count the injuries that happen and see if anyone would survive. No. Kevin McAllister is a multiple time killer. Like the bad guys, the
Attempted
water-
murder over and over. The wet bandits.
Wet bandits, yes. They die multiple times in each movie.
Well, dude, how about just the infection you would have on your hand after grabbing the hot doorknob?
That's what the guy said in the he goes, door handle's a little hot, so I just like let it go. I didn't hold on to it like an idiot. I don't know. Like
Or like slowly stepping on a nail.
yeah.
Yeah. And then taking a hot iron to the face.
The
that would
paint can
that
one
kill
would
you.
fucking hurt.
No, the paint
That'd have been
can one,
fucking
yeah.
lights out.
Then when he cracks him in the chest with that fucking crowbar when he tries killing
Trying to
that
kill the
spider.
The Home Alone, the first one's legit. Is it the third one when he's in New York with the pigeon lady, or is that the second one?
The second one.
Second one. What's the, there's a?
I don't think the third one's with him. It's some other,
Yeah, I think it was
completely
somebody
different
else.
people. Yeah,
Bill Trumpster's in the second one.
he is.
Yeah, just a quick pass in there in the lobby.
Then they tried to like take him out of the movie.
Yeah, what's funny is those after that Alec Baldwin thing, all those like memes, and then Trump's like talking to McAllister, and the bubble pops up. Be careful, Alec Baldwin's down there with a prop gun.
Trying to ruin it and take the Trumpster out.
Yeah.
Speaking of guns, you still liking the Legion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been able to use it very much lately because I'm injured. But
No drive-bys or anything.
no.
You can just fire that bitch one-handed.
Oh, I still fondle it.
New Year's,
Yeah.
you're gonna fire off a couple rounds for New Year's.
Yeah.
The fireworks are going off.
Shotgun.
Get some cap rounds.
You
Those
gotta
are
use a
fine.
shotgun for New Year's. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
When the Huskers won, when the Huskers won to go to a bowl game, we're sitting on the couch and people started lighting up fireworks. I'm like, how did we get here? That people are fucking out there like, yeah, lighting off fucking fireworks, shooting guns in the air because the Huskers won 6 games. I'm like, man, that's kind
It's
of
a
sad.
pretty big deal.
Yeah.
They play next Saturday.
Progress.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next Saturday in the fucking
Against Boston College. Is that right?
yep, in the old Pinstripe Bowl in New York.
Why did we play after? Because what Notre Dame and Indiana played last.
Well, they're in the
night.
playoffs though. They
Yeah.
actually mean something.
That's true.
No, yeah, Indiana got rolled
That's
up
why they played.
yesterday.
Yeah, 27-10.
Yeah, they got-
Yeah.
Or no.
It was more than that. I thought,
27-17.
Wasn't it? Yeah. I don't know.
So Notre
It was-
Dame take a couple to the house for long.
wasn't good.
Notre Dame was just that Notre Dame defense was just wrecking.
Just
Indiana.
fucking crushing them.
This makes it look worse for the Huskers because they
I,
got rolled up by Indiana when we played them. So.
I predict Final Four will be Texas, Georgia, Penn State, Oregon. That's my Final Four pick.
Oregon's pretty legit.
Well, they got a bye, so they're in there right away.
Mhm.
But I just don't think that Notre Dame is going to beat Georgia.
Gary was telling me last night that he heard that there's some kid coming out of high school and some
There's probably a bunch of them.
well, yeah, some really good quarterback coming out of high school coming into college next year, and a donor from Michigan put up $12 million to get him to come to Michigan, and that's just crazy to me because what if he sucks? Like you don't even know.
Is that the kid they made him agree to like a 4? He had to stay there for 4 years. There's
Oh
a
no,
kid
Gary was talking to me about it last.
There's
night.
a kid I saw they made him agree to he has to stay there for, which I think it should go to contracts. The
I think
NIL
they
sh-
have to with the
NIL should have
budget.
contracts, minimum 2 years. If you redshirt 3 years, the only reason you can leave earlier is if your coach gets fired.
Or you get a girl pregnant.
Well, then they just leave in general. I don't think you should get paid per game like they do in the NFL.
But with like the giant cardboard checks at the end of every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have to carry it on the bus on the way home.
That way other people can see how much money is actually going around in there. Every game, everyone gets a big cardboard check.
Yeah.
Or they got to post the salaries.
I mean, isn't it all? It's all public knowledge anyway, allegedly, right?
Ish.
Public knowledge.
And speaking of winter, old Scotty Frost is
Oh,
back in
yeah.
UCF. They're excited to have him. He looked a little hungover coming off the plane,
I get it.
but
yeah,
I feel it.
everybody watch
But
out down there.
it'll be interesting to see if he
A frost warning.
Keep on.
if he takes UCF to the house. It's going to show that. I think Frost is a good coach. I think
If your
he had-
girlfriend is a golf cart chick for a golf course, be careful.
I just think that him coming back to Lincoln was a bad fit for him.
Allegedly.
I think if he would have gone somewhere else, he's a good coach. I just think coming back to Lincoln, it's like I said, it's like DMX going back to the hood.
Do you think maybe he had like flashbacks every time he got into the college? At that time he hid every time he got into his closet to get dressed in the morning. That time he hid in the closet when Lawrence Phillips was beating up his girlfriend.
No, he thought I'm going to go do the
They
same
were
dumb
having a
shit.
disagreement.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to go do the same dumb shit I did in college, but with millions of dollars this time.
I'd do it.
So he didn't hide in the closet this time.
He doesn't
I
have
can't
to.
imagine
He's
having
got people.
millions of dollars.
No.
I did so much stupid shit in
With
college
less than
and like
millions.
with less than millions of dollars. Like way less. I can't imagine having millions of dollars.
I had
That's
hundreds of
stupid.
cents.
Yeah. Can't imagine how stupid I would be.
Well, and that's the problem. I think if he would have gone somewhere else, like I said, he probably would have been successful. I think he's probably a good coach.
I think it's well with having all that kind of back to the kids getting all that kind of all that money. It's life-changing money and possibly life-ruining money at that age,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, well, it's, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to have when you're,
Santa
18
Claus said
years
that.
old. Did he?
Yeah.
What's that?
Santa said that.
In what movie?
All of them. That's his line when he comes down the chimney.
With great power comes great responsibility. I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, you should watch more Christmas movies with Santa. That's his thing.
It's weird for a guy who doesn't like Christmas.
Yeah. I don't say I didn't like Christmas.
He just doesn't like Jesus.
It's tough to like something that doesn't exist.
You know, I don't think we want to go into that conversation here today.
Yeah.
Or we could, I guess. Matt did pick the red and green lights, though.
He
Yeah.
did. Because he
So-
likes Christmas. He's
yeah.
a fucking liar.
Yeah.
And he got very excited when he turned the green one on, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Especially because I was looking directly in it when he turned it on.
That's why I got you with the white light.
Oh, man.
They're bright.
Well, for Christmas, I'm gonna make a brisket. You making prime rib
Well, this
For
time
your-
I'm going to do
for your Christmas
a
dinner.
crown roast.
A what?
A crown roast. So it's prime rib but pork. So the same cut but from a pork. From a pig. From a pork, not a pig, from a pork. Yeah, so you lay it out and then you make a cut like half to 2/3 of the way through between the bones. Stand it up and then you just like wrap it in on itself. And so like the bones are Frenched and so they're sticking out. And so it just looks like a big crown. And then you can make like stuffing and stuff to put on the inside. Bundle it up, smoke it.
Slap it, flip it, rub it down.
Yep. Bop it, twist it, pull it.
Ooh. The pull-up part's where it gets it.
But yes, but I'm going to try with this one because Pittman told me to do it is to brine it with the bird baptism or whatever his brine is. But he suggested brining this roast before you smoke it. So I'm gonna try
Sounds
that.
pretty good.
How long's the smoke show on that?
I would imagine probably going to be 3 hours or so.
I got some pig shots going for today. I have a family Christmas and some W sauce chicken. I'm gonna make sliders.
The Fireshire.
Of course, I've never tried the regular. I did pick up some new Meat Mitch barbecue sauce. I think it's called their table sauce.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Is this episode going to be on after
I think we're gonna
you
put it out.
exchange gifts?
I think it's gonna what?
When are you exchanging gifts with your wife?
Probably Christmas.
So this will be on after that.
No, I think we're gonna put this out Christmas Eve probably.
Okay.
Why?
I was gonna ask you what you got her, but if you're gonna put it out Christmas Eve, don't say. Don't say.
Yeah. Nope.
Secrets.
Yeah. So it's kind of a mix of things for Christmas.
Yeah, I didn't want to do traditional Christmas food this year. It's just a lot of work doing all that food we do for Thanksgiving. It's like the same food, just a month later. So we can change it up a little bit.
I mean, brisket's not the easiest thing to make.
It's not easy, but it's not as time consuming as the turkey's probably easier than brisket. But I'm talking about all the sides that go along with it.
You just
Yeah.
having just brisket.
No, we'll probably make something else.
And burn ends.
Yeah.
I don't ever do burn
What else
ends.
do you
I
need?
very rarely do burn ends.
I like the point. That's the best part of the meat.
Yeah,
I saw
don't-
somebody that they cut the end off. They cut the end off and cut more of the fat off, and then re-season it, and then re-smoke it for a while, and then cut the bird ends up. It's not a bad idea. I was thinking about doing that.
I've seen a video where Pittman he trimmed out the middle where he flayed it open, smoked it, and then pulled it like it. I think basically unwrapped it at 190. He sliced the point off, put the flat back on, and then made the burn ends and put them back on.
Yeah.
Yep. The few times that I've made burn ends, that's what I did.
Yeah, I just did. I did the jerky with part of that with the flat, and then I made burn ends with a point on the old drum.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I did make the pork belly burn ends the other day I was talking about, and they fucking cooked so fast. Fucking Pittman and his times.
The I thought it was weird. One day I had some pork belly burn ends, and a guy tried some, and he ate it cold, and I was like, "Well, that's really weird." And then I ate them cold, and it was actually pretty solid. They're pretty fucking good cold even.
They're good all the time.
Yeah, I was like, "That's really weird. What a weirdo! It even warm them up."
I really liked the flavor this time, which was just honey hog hot and mango habanero glaze. The Traeger mango habanero glaze, like that made a really good
That guy
like
puts
sweet
that
heat.
little accent on the habanero.
Habanero.
Usually I say jabanero,
Yeah.
but hey, he was a habanero.
Habanero.
Yeah, does anybody ever pronounce the pepper the way I always say jalapeno?
Yeah.
No, it's a jalapeno.
Or
stupid.
Amber's uncle calls them jalapenos.
Yeah, I mean, nobody.
It's like you say "whores in the Shire." Like you know you're going to say it wrong.
Yeah, just like, fuck it, whatever.
Let it be known that you're intentionally saying.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah. Her uncle's got them all. The jalapenos, and it's not fibromyalgia, it's fibromyalgias.
Why do you talk about fibromyalgia?
I don't remember. We were probably talking about somebody fucking acting like they had something wrong with them and said it was fibromyalgia.
Oh, my fibromyalgia's acting up.
He goes, her over there with her fibromyalgias.
What are mealgies?
I don't know. It sounds like a fish aquarium problem.
Kind of. Yeah.
All right. Well, we kind of did a lot of crazy stuff there, but
Yeah.
it's kind of all over the place. We just know that.
No poop.
Yeah, no poop. Just know that,
I've been pretty normal. I mean,
I
aside
haven't.
from yesterday, but I expected yesterday.
I mean, the
Yeah.
summary is that Atheist should work on Christmas, and Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and so is First Blood, apparently,
And Lethal Weapon.
Yep.
and Lethal Weapon.
The standard is if it has Christmas.
If there is
decorations
Christmas
in it.
decor,
Yep.
'tis a Christmas movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that with what you want to.
I don't see how you can argue against that. If there's Christmas stuff in the movie, how is it not a Christmas movie?
I mean, one could argue that theme would be important, but I like where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit about
Plot.
that? Who gives a shit about that?
Yeah, we're not
We're talking
watching
about
porn.
background,
Yeah, I don't care about the plot.
backgrounds here. Okay, what's going on in the background? Is the plot happening? And in the background, everyone's like, "Fuck, I gotta stop by fucking Target and pick that fucking present up I needed to get." Yes, that's probably what's happening in the background.
Good call.
Yep.
Yeah. See,
Actually, no, Daddy's Home isn't a bad Christmas movie either.
Daddy's home.
With Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Oh,
Those are pretty solid.
The second
actually.
one was pretty good. Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one was solid, though. I mean, they were both for a sequel. They were good.
Because the first one end with like John Cena is the new husband or something, or the
I think
stepdad
so,
or something like that.
Yeah, that's good. But
yeah.
But yeah, Chris and I, wish everybody Merry Christmas. Matt doesn't give a fuck, so
Happy holidays from Matt.
no.
Be sure to complete your pagan sacrifice.
Actually, it's not a holiday. I forgot. So happy
Day off.
December.
That's a federal holiday now,
What's that?
or this year. They just declared.
Christmas Eve? Yeah, Biden did. I was like, for what? I could say if Christmas was on a Saturday, you
He's
could,
only doing that because of all that shit going on. He's trying to give them more time off before
Before they lose their
they
jobs.
still got to come to work.
before they lose their jobs because
Yeah.
they're gonna get fucking furloughed because there's no budget.
I thought. No, that's right. They didn't, right?
No,
Because they were going to pass that
they
1,500
haven't passed a
pager.
budget in like 7 years.
So
Right,
they,
they just do,
they
like,
had the big one,
extensions.
and then everyone said "fuck that," and they made the smaller one, and then
Yeah.
they still said "fuck that." And
Yeah, it
I
went
guess
from,
they
like-
came out with a smaller one with only 118 pages now.
It went from like 30 pages to like 1,500 pages. Differences.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then some of the Democrats voted, or some of the Republicans also voted no on this.
Well, the cool thing now is like you can. So I took that bill, that original 1,500 one and 1,500 page one, and ran it through ChatGPT and was like, "Hey, this is a legislative bill. Can you tell me what like the high points are?" And it picked out like 15 things. In
Democrats want a bunch of money
35
out of it.
seconds. No, it was a bunch of like earmarked stuff for shows like Congress raise.
Oh yeah, they want
Salary
a pay raise
increases.
for
I thought
working
it's
3
like a
days a month.
60% raise, wasn't it? It's,
I
it
don't
was kind
remember.
of fucking ridiculous.
For working 3 days a month.
Like 2008 or something was the last time they had a salary adjustment. But it was for that. There was like building a new stadium in Washington, D.C. There's a bunch of earmarks for money to go to a bunch of different shit. There was just
that probably don't need money.
no, it was just a bunch of stuff that people made promises to get votes that they had to pay money to. But what I thought was cool is like with ChatGPT now, I mean, aside from making the AI machine smarter to eventually kill us all, like it can siphon through all that stuff instantly, like 30 seconds, and you had like a summary of what that bill said. So now when those things get published, it will be much easier for the common folk like us to know like what's actually in there. So when they can say, "Oh, I didn't know what was in there," bullshit. You can't tell me you guys don't have ChatGPT or your aide doesn't. And you can't run this shit through and figure out what's in there. Give me a 1-page summary of what you're trying to do, and like let's move on with it.
The bill should be 1 page, isn't it? 1
I
page
mean,
anyway.
yeah, they should. I mean, 1 page. I don't know. Having a specific like length on it, I'm not opposed to if it has to be longer. But like one topic, I think is where we should be looking at when we're passing these bills. Like a thing, right? So if you wanted to do like,
because it seems like everyone is always trying to squeeze shit in.
well, that's how they do it. Because like
to sneak it in that you didn't
the stuff
see.
like the budget,
Yeah, we'll give you this, but you have to give us this.
budget, well, like even Obamacare, Trump's tax stuff, like every time they're going to pass a big thing, people are going to sneak stuff in because they want that big thing to go through. And if you say no, you don't have an opportunity to say, I'm saying no to this because of all this other bullshit that's on there. The argument comes, you're saying no to
the main
the
thing.
tax cut. You're saying no to the main
That should be changed to where
Right.
if we're having a big issue here, we're not sneaking in a bunch of bullshit.
Like each issue then has a bullet point. You vote on each one.
Right, but you could make them separate bills. Like they have to be related. Like if you looked at FEMA, right, passing the budget for FEMA, there's I don't know, probably 10 or 15 different things that FEMA does. So you could have your FEMA bill, and then you have, to Brett's point, you have bullets that outline in this bill.
Does FEMA need more money
Right.
for this?
Here's the
no.
here's the money for this.
Yeah.
Here's the money for this, right? So you can look at that thing, and I don't know if you can pass. I don't think you can pass part of a bill.
So I think they do it like a Scantron test. You just fill in the one you're going to vote for, yay or nay, and then like these
Right,
three
but
things
then you have
passed,
to pass
these four
them.
It could say the bill for FEMA's budget passed, but the subsections of the bills,
Right, but I think you have to
1 through
change.
10, what did not pass, but 10 through 20
But
did.
I think
because
those
of-
would have to be
yeah.
different bills, right? So you could, but
Yeah.
you could have like FEMA.
Why couldn't
FEMA's
they?
like
Why
the
couldn't they
main
just?
thing.
Okay, so why couldn't they do the bill and then have 20 different subsections of the bill?
Right. So FEMA,
and then you could say the
FEMA
bill
part
passed.
1, FEMA part 2,
Yeah,
FEMA part.
with
This could all
these
be like.
subsections.
So you could have 20 different bills that are all rolled up under this big subsect or this big
Well,
topic.
I mean,
of
do it like
FEMA.
I said. You can look at like a ballot. Make it like a ballot. Like, hey, you voted for this person, this
But they
person.
can't all
voted
be
against-
part of the same bill. Like you can't vote for president and vice president.
Wait, no, can't you call it a ballot? Like, because you're voting for a bill. Just be like, this is the on the ballot for.
This is the FEMA ballot.
This is the FEMA ballot. Do you want to pass
But they all
this
have,
part?
but
this
yeah, but I
part?
think the technicality is that they have to be separate bills.
So basically, what I think it sounds that makes the most sense. It would say the FEMA budget, right? Yes or no for this much money for FEMA. Yes, I want to give them more
Right.
money.
And
then at the bottom it
technicality is
says
that they're separate bills.
here's the things that we're going to use for that money.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with this? No. Do you agree with this? Yes. So then it could say the budget passed, but only the money allocated for the budget will only be used for these following.
Right, but really what they're doing is you pass the FEMA budget. So let's say FEMA's $1 billion. Here's the FEMA budget. We need to vote on FEMA gets $1 billion. Underneath there, here's where we're allocating that money to go. Right? And so like what happens with like the stuff in North Carolina, they only have so much money to use for natural disaster stuff, right? So let's just say they have X amount for natural disaster, but then they have some other amount for that's designated for like wildfire relief. I don't know if those are real, but like they have these different categories. When you blow through your money for natural disaster, let's just say hurricane, right? So we have hurricane money and we have fire money. When you blow through your hurricane money, fire money, even if there's gazillions of dollars left over there, you can't
use it for
you
hurricane.
can't bring it over and use it for that. You
Well,
have to
looks
pass,
like we got to start a fire.
you have to pass an amendment.
That's what'll happen. Fucking, well, fucking fire started. Fuck,
Right,
there
but
it
that's why
goes.
they buy all this random shit because like you can't underspend your budget because then you don't get that budget again next year. But so you can't easily move that money. So what you have to do is you have to pass an amendment to that bill to say I want to take that money and spend it over here, which is the right thing to do. But that's a whole process, and you have to vote on that, and you have to make a proposition for it and stuff. So it's
I think for the most part, the American people are also tired of sending money to other countries. Everyone's over it, I think. So,
Yeah.
and then people get mad about it that we're not helping the people that live in this country, and it's true we're not. And it seems like we send way more money away than we keep here. And then, but it's a whole lot of red tape everybody's got to get through to try to get the money funneled back into these people, and it just seems like it's not happening as quickly as it should be.
Hashtag America first.
Yes. 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 Well, I don't know how we got started talking about.
So yeah, that's our Christmas episode. Everybody, get your things figured out for next week because we got to talk about our New Year's goals.
gonna run, right?
Doesn't have to be fitness related. It can be all kinds of different things. But next week, fitness goals. Do you guys got ideas?
I'm probably not going to have a goal.
Way to live life.
I wonder if I could read a book.
You
a
goal
week.
as fuck.
You know, fucking goal. Fucking show up and do work every day.
Fucking
Working towards living.
jacked and tan.
That's right. You're fucking jacked. I'm fucking jacked.
Let's go.
Go.
yeah.
God, that's the life.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully everybody has a great Christmas and get your goals figured out. We're going to figure them out for next week. But
Yeah.
except for Chris, he's got no goals.
That's right. Make it till next year. Every day above ground's a good day.
Make it tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's promised to no one.
That's right. That's the
But-
goal.
Enjoy your Christmas. We appreciate you listening. It's been almost another year.
Almost.
Yeah.
You guys- everybody, we're glad you guys made it.
Yeah.
Some
like,
of you.
like, subscribe, follow, share, tell your friends. Even if you think we're stupid, it's fine.
Because we are.
Every now and then we have a bit of information. Not every episode's a winner. Just remember that. Not everyone's a winner.
That's not true. I think they're all winners.
Did you listen to the last two?
They can't be.
No.
Nope.
No.
And you weren't here for them.
Still a winner.
It's true.
Some are always going to be better than others.
Yes. But we appreciate you guys listening. We'll see you next time.